doing, cat? That's the rubbish. As an aside, it feels a lot more solid and a lot nicer now that I've got these nylon washers in there. .069 I think. Seems to have taken off 4/1000ths if I'm reading it rightly. I'm going to put a little cross there so that I know not to touch that surface. I've just faced off this side true and this top side true. So I'm working on making 3 true faces, and then I can bring the others down to the measurement I want. Just find a touch off point. That'll do for rock and roll. Now for a non-reference surface. I should probably measure it just for the sake of consistency. And we have a whole lot of work to do. 175 to go. This is going to be a while. .02. We are getting close. .07. According to that one, I'm bang on. Put a little X on it so I know not to touch it. Take the burrs off. .14 thou on that side. Yeah, that's about got it. Just another one sorted. So it should just be one face to go. I don't know if deburring them is something that people never talk about that everyone knows, or if I'm just lucky. Bang on for me. Right, this is supposedly a 1-inch square cube of Zamak now, at least according to my readings on the dial calipers. Alright, imperial micrometer for an imperial measuring job. Okay, 12 thou over, not too bad. Five thou over. One thou under. For me, that is pretty good. So that's this one, machine to final dimension. I just need to bore the hole for the bearing through it now. But while I've got the lathe set up for facing, I think I'll put this to the right width as well as this one, because they should be the same width across there. You can see how much I've got to take off on this bottom one. Alright, this piece just needs about 30/1000ths taken off it. trying to get in the habit. I'm not sure it's working, but I'm trying. That took about 12 thousandths off. Yeah, that's pretty much got it. I'm feeding fast with a rough finish because I'm just roughing at the moment. I've got about 95 thousandths of material to take off. When I start getting closer, yeah, about 10 or 20 thousandths, I'll start slowing down my feed rate to get a nicer finish. You ever feel like you're chasing your tail sometimes? I've turned it over so that I can whale on this side as well. This side's not so bad in that there's only about 30 thousandths to take off, but while I've got it set up, I may as well. The flex in my lathe is insane. Oil doesn't give a good surface finish. WD-40 gives a pretty good one. Just for giggles, I might try the CDT. Interesting. With the CDT I was getting much longer strings of swarf coming off the workpiece. If anyone knows why that is, just let me know in the comments, because I find it interesting that just changing the cutting oil means you get longer strings of swarf coming off. Now I've got these castings to the right size. Mark out for some drilling. It occurs to me, make life easy for myself. Yeah, much easier to see. I was trying to work out why the Vivid wasn't sticking to this one, then it dawned on me. It's still got a whole heap of oil, WD-40 and coating and drilling oil on it. Oh, that's the holes for this one marked. This other one I've got to pull this back to 1/4 of an inch. Yep, I scribed it one way, then I turned the scribe around and scribed it the other way, and they're bang in the centre. The book has you mount these in the lathe to drill these holes. I'm not sure I can be bothered. Admittedly, they're mounted in the lathe for drilling chiefly because it's assumed you don't have a drill press or any way of doing perfectly aligned holes in them. I do have a drill press, and I have a drill press vise, so I'm going to use it. Alright, back in a bit. I'm moving this because I do not want to drill through the hole and into my drill press vise. That's this one done. Incidentally, these are the holes that will mount it onto the bars for the Scotch yoke. I'm not using the drill press to do the holes through this face because, one, I'm going to have to bore it out anyway, so I may as well align it on the lathe at the time. And two, for this particular one I'm going to have to do some turning as well. It feels so nice when you realise that you've got the feel of how much pressure to use in the drill press. and that you don't have to go pick, 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 pick. You can just have a continuous, a continuous downward pressure, and the swarf comes out nicely and doesn't clog in the flutes. So now these are ready to be drilled and bored on the lathe. Right, now I need to start boring holes in these, and I'll start with this one. I've already marked the centre and done a centre punch. Move this out of the way. Get a dead centre and get a second identical dead centre. And I think I'd better tighten this down. Thank you, obnoxious motorbike. I'm going to have to move this jolly camera. The things I do for you people. Sorry about the reflection on there, but them's the breaks. I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. And I want it to go down, don't I? Okay, that's the opposite of what we want. Well, it's matched across these 2 points, which I'm going to call a win. I may be wrong, but I really hope I'm not. First time I've ever tried that, so I'm happy it went so well. I'm stepping up to the biggest drill bit I can use before the chuck starts spinning. Don't know how much of that got captured, but it was okay with the 10mm drill. But when I tried the 11 one, the chuck started spinning, which is bad. Why do you keep doing that? Sorry about that. Blasted camera keeps wandering off. Okay, there's about 2 mil to go according to this. Okay, the pitch on the lead screw for the carriage is 1 mil per revolution. So 2 more passes should do it. Oh, that's 15. So yep, every complete revolution of the lead screw is 1mm. So I'm going to do another pass of a 1/2 mil and then go to a 1/4. 15.65. Go for an 1/8 of a turn. I may have overshot it. Oh yeah, I overshot it. Oh well, I guess I'm going to Loctite that in then. Twit that I am. The last one, I didn't have enough clearance. This one I've got too much. Oh dear.